What's up, guys? I'm Hustle.
And I'm Mo, and welcome to the Mo Hustle Show.
What up, y'all? We so glad that y'all stopped by to kick it with us.
We talking about everything from politics to pool pits to stripper poles. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it.
Period. What's up, everybody? I'm Hustle.
And I'm Mo. And welcome
back
to the Mo Hustle Show.
Hey, listen, y'all. Today we got quite the topic. So before we go any further, though, shout out to the LGBTQIA community. Did you know it was 7 letters in the acronym now?
I didn't. I didn't until the other day when you told me.
You know, I love y'all. I fuck with y'all, but that's kind of ridiculous. I'm just going to say it. So you got lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer and or questioning intersex, and asexual and or ally.
All right, so that's a lot, and it's a lot to swallow, and it's debatable that it's just way too many.
Yeah. Don't ask me what that shit means.
Right.
The last couple things.
We old school. All we had was either you were gay, lesbian, or maybe bisexual back then, but that was it. So all these other acronyms, I'm not knocking that.
Right.
group of people, but it's just a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot to take in.
Man, listen, today's topic, we got some pretty fun memories. All right, so y'all don't get mad at us if we laughing, because some people, this wasn't fun for them. They didn't have fun memories, so please don't think we being inconsiderate of y'all's feelings or y'all's experiences, I should say.
Right.
We just had some funny shit take place in ours.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. For the most part. Like you say, some stuff was not fun at all, but we got through it.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. Coming up, I was a tomboy, man. You know that. We've been friends for a long time. I didn't want no parts of the pigtails.
Right.
Them ugly ass Sam and Libby shoes. Them jellies. What else? What else they used to make us put on? Easter dresses. I ain't want no parts of none of that.
With the white socks.
With the lace on them.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And the white patent leather little shoes.
So, it really didn't dawn on me that I was lesbian until I hit high school.
Right.
And it's just because, I feel like I met my tribe. Like, started playing ball on the the high school basketball team.
Right. Met
a lot of people that looked like me. So, I was like, okay, this is my lane right here.
Right. And I remember.
Yeah, and I can remember somebody very close to me telling me, listen, if you don't want people to think you gay or you like girls, if I was you, I would stop hanging around such and such.
Right.
And that was confusing. And I was like, for the first time, I realized how much that we're judged for or disliked for our differences. Mm-hmm. And this is coming from somebody that was close to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So at an early age, I already knew that being myself was going to be essentially, challenging.
Right.
Because of how I am, how I carry myself. A lot of people just, back then, especially in the 90s, a lot of people they wasn't having that shit. So that forced me to develop a I don't give a fuck attitude. And I didn't realize it at the time, but that's the best thing I could have ever done.
Right. You are who you are.
That's right.
Ain't no denying it. And first of all, let's just back up a little bit. We talking about coming out, okay?
Yeah.
We talking about coming out of our sexuality and basically coming out the closet and exposing, who we are to people.
Because we were once all closet girls.
Right. My story was a little bit different. I was a tomboy growing up, but I was also prissy. And that was partly because of how my mom made me dress. And I did enjoy, dressing up sometimes. A little bit, sometimes. Whatever. Even like junior high school, I was pretty girly.
Yeah, you was girly.
I'm still a little girly.
Yeah, sometimes it's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It was a little bit difficult for me because I knew at a young age. Well, I thought I knew at a young age that I was attracted to females, but it was kind of confusing because I had gone through a traumatic sexual experience with somebody at a young age. It was somebody older, same sex, was doing some shit they ain't had no business doing. And I was exposed to some things, some homosexual things. So, like I said, I was a little bit confused. Like, did I learn this behavior or, am I really gay? Do I really like women, or was it because, what happened
to you? Yeah.
So, that was always in the back of my mind, but I do think that I knew from a very young age that I was attracted to women. I also was attracted to guys too. But I knew in the back of my mind, because of my family and because of my religious beliefs at the time that I should be dating a man. I knew my parents wouldn't accept it. And again, like I said, it really wasn't even an issue until like later on.
Later on in life.
Right.
Yeah. Because I think I knew pretty early. Well, you knew early too, but I just started acting on it pretty early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was jealous sometimes because I didn't have the courage. If that was what I wanted to do, and like I said, I don't even really know if that's what I wanted to do then, because I just kind of pushed it to the back and was like, I'm not supposed to be doing that, so whatever.
Yeah. I feel
cared about what my parents thought of me. Now, different story. Not that I don't care what my parents think. Obviously, I value my parents' opinion.
Right.
But it's just a different time, and I'm more comfortable, with my sexuality, and they understand that and they respect it. I still don't know if I don't think they love it, but they do respect it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what happened growing up.
Okay. So now we're gonna talk about how we were both found out. This shit can get crazy. Okay, we ain't gonna do too much, but I'm gonna tell y'all. So, when I got to high school, hanging out with my new friends, I was in new places, meeting new people that I didn't know before.
Right.
So, I met this girl. We just call her Nunu, okay, for the purposes. So, we was talking, exchanging numbers. Shout out to Mountain View, by the way.
Right.
Shout out to the View.
Mountain View.
We was talking, exchanging numbers, talking on the phone, that puppy love, that shit you do when you first meet somebody.
Right.
And that's how the fuck we got caught. Okay, because her mama, she saw a bunch of calls, bunch of text messages coming in. And
right.
Wait a minute. We wasn't texting each other. Let me back up. I'm tripping. Because we didn't have no phones like that. But,
you're right.
But the exchange, the calls, and the talking on the phone, and the letters. That's what I was trying to.
Because
back in the day, it was letters.
You passed the letters.
Yeah, it wasn't no text messages. So we used to write letters out the ass. So I'm assuming her mama got a hold to a couple of them letters one day, and so she called Nunu's mom, called my mom, found out who my mom was, called my mom on her job, and told her to keep her daughter away from her daughter.
Wow.
So, when I got home, man, I was caught. I was busted. It was nothing I could say. It was what it was. I don't even think I would have tried to deny it if I could have, but that's what happened. That's how I got caught. That's how I got found out.
All right, well.
And it's on from there.
Well, nobody really caught me, per se, because I was older. This happened when I was in college. When I was in college, I was dating a guy from high school. We had been together by the time we broke up for probably about 6 years. And I was in love with him. We dated from the time I was 15 to the time I was 21. I was, what was I? Freshman, sophomore? I think I was, I don't know. Anyway, I was in college. And things got a little bit rocky when we broke up. And what happened was I played basketball in college, first of all. So usually in women's sports, on the majority of women's sports or athletic teams, you have a large percentage of gays. Nah, I'm just kidding.
You got your couple.
So I played ball, and one of my good friends on the team was gay, and I started hanging out with her. I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, I started hanging out with her. You know what I was gonna say. She had a girlfriend, and her girlfriend had a best friend. So needless to say, when I'm hanging out with my best friend and she's with her girlfriend and her girlfriend's best friend is always there with us, we had an attraction towards one another, and it was kind of like the puppy love type stuff at first. I was really scared. I didn't really know what to do, but I knew there was an attraction there, and one day it happened.
It just happened.
It happened. She stole my drawers in my heart. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway,
clothes just
No, it happened. So after that, I was comfortable. Like you said, you felt like you were at home when I was at Huss, and after that happened, I just felt like, okay, yeah, it's just me. This is me, and
So after you came out, was there people that already knew or thought they knew? Were they surprised?
Well, to my surprise, some people already knew. Some people didn't. I had a couple friends I told finally told them what happened, and they weren't happy about it. I'm not gonna say I lost any friends, but the relationships changed.
Okay.
Some of the relationships changed because they weren't comfortable being around someone gay or being friends with someone gay because this people think you can't be gay. People think that gay women have a stigma that they try to holler at all women, whether they're gay or straight.
And let me tell y'all something. That shit is not true. We have standards too. Okay.
Right.
So
right.
You know.
So I don't know if she didn't want to be stereotyped or associated with me because she didn't want people to. I don't know. And I'm not gonna say she. It was a couple of my friends. And they weren't mean about it or anything like that, but you could tell the relationship just changed.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
My dad, the way I told my dad was I was dating this girl. Matter of fact, we ended up dating for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at a football game, and after the football game, I told my dad, I said the girl who was at the football game was not just my friend. I said that was my friend. So my dad, anybody who knows my dad, he was like, "What the hell you mean, your friend?" I'm like, Daddy, we're more than friends.
I
She's
can
my
hear
girlfriend.
his voice right now saying that.
She's my girlfriend. He wasn't happy about it. My mom was not happy about it. She practiced Christianity, and she just was like, "That's just not right, and that's not how we raised you." And quite naturally, that's expected.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that happened. Cause I eventually ended up telling my mom too, and I want to say she told me she already knew.
Yeah.
I can't really remember honestly, but she wasn't happy about it at all.
Yeah. Okay.
So what about you? You think what happened?
Man, I think deep down everybody in my family already knew, or at least they thought they knew.
Right.
People didn't say too much to me. They wouldn't come to me. They would go to somebody else in my family and ask them about it, and then relate a message. Oh, such and such asked me if you was funny. And they used to say that shit back in the day.
Funny, he's funny.
You funny, she funny. So
right, yeah, he kind of. No, here you go. Kind of funny.
But nobody in my family actually came to me and was like, "Oh, that's wrong. The Bible say you shouldn't do that." Nobody really did that to me, but I know they did it, behind closed doors.
Right.
Because I got a cousin right now. She always tells me, you know what I'm saying, how courageous she think I am for, just being myself and being out loud about it.
Right.
And that's what really made me think they be talking. Because I'd be like,
right.
Yeah,
that
girl,
came from somewhere.
That came from somewhere.
Right.
Somebody been talking some shit.
Right.
You like, damn, well, that is dope. You just be yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So once you told people, did you feel like a burden was lifted, or did you feel like, damn, I should have just kept this to myself?
I did. I felt like a burden was lifted because I could, even though I was being myself, I could now walk in that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all motherfuckers know what's next. And that's the thing most of the time. After you prove something is what it is, what's next?
Right.
So, yeah, I felt good. I felt like I was walking in my truth.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
What about you?
Well, I did feel like there was a burden lifted, but part of my past and part of that whole religious thing in Christianity, part of me did feel like I might be going to hell because of it. Mm-hmm. Just for now,
and it's not funny,
right?
Just the way you said that.
I mean, for now, I don't think I'm going to hell, and I don't want to go to hell for saying I'm not going to hell for being gay. But
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
I was torn. I felt a huge pressure relief, but I still, in the back of my mind was like, damn, is this right?
Right.
So
right. I feel you.
Yeah.
Because you always got that little voice back there that says, hey.
Right.
So let's talk about how LGBTQIA, because we
didn't have the QIA.
Yeah,
it's
so hard for me to remember to say that, and
right.
I don't think I'm gonna say it. So LGBT, that's what I'm gonna say. Y'all know what the hell that shit mean.
Right.
So we're gonna talk about how we were treated in school. Man, I don't know if you were ever in the cafeteria when we walk. It would be maybe a group, maybe 4 or 5 of us, maybe 6 sometimes.
Right.
I guess it could be a little intimidating. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we walk into the cafeteria. And you hear all the dudes say, a couple dudes at a specific table would be like, Dyke City.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
You remember that shit?
Yes, I remember.
And at the time, we really didn't get mad. We just kind of looked at it like, you know what I'm saying, they some haters. Even though haters wasn't out then.
Right.
That's what they were the equivalent to.
Right.
So, But let me tell you, I don't know if you remember this. There was an incident with the administration in regards to a student that was gay. Okay, let me just tell y'all, most of the basketball team, not all, but most of the girls on the basketball team were gay.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so, we travel with cheerleaders, basketball players, cheerleaders, travel together, whatever. So there was a young lady on the cheerleading squad, and there was a young lady on the basketball team, and they liked each other a whole lot. And at some point they were found out, but somehow it got blamed on all of us. And everybody was called into the office and told to stay away from my daughter.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember
that. That was the weirdest shit ever, because I was thinking, ma'am, you need to be talking to these two.
Right. And not only that, I mean, the daughter, no disrespect, but she was a fan. She was a fan of the crew.
Right. So, and anytime that happens, it's going to happen.
Right.
So she, that was kind of weird to me. I never went through anything like that. So that was weird. Most students, though, were quite accepting. I found that a lot of them didn't really give a fuck. They didn't care whether you like men, women, cats, dogs, none of that shit.
Right.
All right. But some you had some that would treat you like you was gonna touch them and rub gay on them or something.
And you know what's crazy is a lot of people don't have a problem with it, but they want to act like they do.
Exactly.
Right.
And these same people that acted like we was gonna rub gay on them in high school are
gay now.
Gay as hell. So don't understand that.
Right.
But
so when I was in high school, like I said, I dated a guy in high school, but Christian and I have been friends for a very long time. And another thing that I wasn't hanging out with Christian and I are really good friends. We were best friends in high school, but we didn't really hang out. And we have a type of relationship where she understood that I couldn't hang out with them.
Yeah, I got it. I never got offended. None of that.
We were still really close. Most people didn't even know that, but I can remember a coach telling me, not to hang out with them. Like, don't hang out with those gays. And I'm not even kidding. Those were his exact words. Don't hang out with those gays over there in Mountain View. Like, yeah, the gays. Just, I witnessed some of the stuff y'all went through. And like I said, that whole thing with administration, it was just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And things have changed a lot.
A whole lot.
Things have changed a lot. People are a lot more accepting. Just what happened when I first came out and told my parents to how they are now is completely different.
Yeah.
The landscape has changed over the past 20 years, for LGBT community. We got a lot of support. We've got LGBT people,
We are powerful.
Right.
I don't know if y'all know that, but man, listen, y'all fucking around and piss off the LGBT community, y'all in trouble.
Right.
It's gonna be some shit get shut down, some shit get stopped.
Right.
We're powerful, so.
Yeah. I don't agree with everything that's going on with the baby right now. I think they being way too hard on him because he has an opinion.
Yeah.
But just to double back on what you said, it's like that.
Yeah, it really is. And people would really try to cancel people, the cancel culture. But I don't think he said anything wrong.
I don't either.
That was his opinion. Now, I will say this. The only thing he said wrong was the information he put out about AIDS. When he said something like, if you catch it, you'll be dead in 2 weeks. That was misinformation. But y'all can't really be trying to use that to say that he bashing our community, because that's not what it is.
Right.
So.
And not all gay people have AIDS.
Exactly. I saw a survey, though, that said that 70% of Americans now support gay marriage.
That's big.
That is big, because in the 90s when we was coming up, you had all the anti-gay politics, so the culture has definitely progressed. And shout out to Bill Clinton, man.
Right.
Shout out to Bill Clinton. 1998, he elected he nominated the first openly gay ambassador to the U.S., so I thought that was dope.
That was pretty dope. He died right after that, too.
The ambassador, yeah, he did.
Yeah. I hope.
Listen.
Let me leave that alone. I hope they didn't kill him.
Right.
But yeah, times have changed. I couldn't ask to be in a better time frame with it, because I couldn't imagine. Now. Right. I couldn't imagine doing this in like the 60s or 70s.
No.
Because I know a lot of older women now who live that closeted life, and they still living it.
Mm-hmm. That had to be miserable. That had to be really miserable to just not be able to love who you love in public.
Right.
So, yeah, man.
Well,
Yeah.
Listen.
We go ahead, homie.
No, I was just gonna say, I don't know. When you talk about being gay in America today, like I say, versus back, like I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. I'm happy. Like I'm really happy with the support the LGBT community gets. I'm really happy that I can be myself without, walking out of my house and feeling like, damn, I can't hold my girlfriend's hand, or I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy with the culture right now, for lack of better words.
I do. I'm happy too. I just think y'all need to lighten up a little bit on the baby.
Right.
Because, he can be an asshole sometimes, but I think that this one is no.
But the baby supports the LGBT community. He does.
He does. I agree with that. I just think it's some sensitive ass people out there, and everything get under their skin, hurt their feelings.
Right.
Some people just be looking for shit to run with.
Yeah.
So
pretty much.
I definitely think that's what happened to him this time. But yeah, the culture has progressed, man. And
yeah.
It's progressed in some good ways, and some of this shit's getting a little weird.
Yeah, some of it's getting a little bit weird. Like we were talking about earlier, and I'm not trying to knock anybody, who's after the LGBT.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to study a little bit to understand, some of that.
Yeah, I need to look at that stuff too.
Yeah, because I don't want to speak on it, and you never know what a person's going through to why they may feel like they're living inside a body where they don't belong, and they want to take it to that next step.
Oh yeah, I've never felt like that, but I can completely understand somebody feeling like that. Like, look at what's his name?
Cher's son.
No, the basketball player's son. Dwayne Wade.
Oh, Dwayne Wade. Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm kind of torn when it comes to that, and I still don't really know what my full opinion will be ultimately, because part of me feels like, how old was the little boy?
I think 11.
Okay. Part of me feels like somebody that young is too young to even know if they want to move forward with any type of gender reassignment or anything like that extreme.
I agree with that.
And I'm not saying it's something that they, shouldn't do later on, but I think 11 is a bit young.
That's way too young. Give it some time.
Right. Give it some time. Like, you may be going through something. But yeah,
I love that he allows his son or daughter. She prefers to be called daughter.
Absolutely.
But that's hard for me too.
That's something we
can
touch on later. Torn.
Yeah, that's kind of hard for me to be like, if it's his son. It's hard for me to be like,
right.
But I'm working on that.
Right. But imagine how hard it was probably for them.
Right. And that's the thing. That's why hats off to him, because a lot of parents wouldn't do that. He is very accepting of what his son wants to be called, wants to be viewed as, and he supports his daughter. Absolutely right.
You got to do better.
He is supportive of what his daughter. I told y'all I'm working on this. He's supportive of what his daughter wants to be called, and I think that's dope. Because we didn't get that support back in the day, and a lot of kids wouldn't get that support now.
Right.
So,
and not only that, you look at this is what I would tell any parent who's struggling with their child who might have come home or you've noticed a change, or you think they're heading into an alternative lifestyle. Just understand how many kids have committed suicide because they weren't accepted by their parents.
Right.
Suicide is serious. Depression is serious.
And people when you they don't get it. They don't understand it. Like, you could really be the reason that somebody has just had it for the rest of the fucking day.
Right.
Like, you never know what somebody's going through. So be kind to everybody.
Right.
Regardless.
Yeah. So. And you talking about this is for another subject, but I'm gonna jump on it right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Say, for instance, you got a little boy that's not you, but
I can have a little boy.
There's an argument about homosexuality being in your DNA, or what I'm saying, you just having those traits.
Gotcha.
You've seen the little boys who are 4 and 5, and they're sweet and they're feminine, and it's not a learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? You like with some kids
that early on,
right?
Yeah, some of it is not. I don't think
it's not learned or trendy. It's now I know everybody knows that guy or that girl who from a very young age you already knew, even though you might not have wanted to say it or nobody wanted to say it, but you knew they were gay.
Mm-hmm.
Or gonna be a little different.
Yeah, growing up, you knew you can always spot them out.
Right.
You can always spot us out.
Yeah. So just be mindful just be mindful. Like, these kids going through a lot already. You know, with all these new drugs and just all these bad influences, just new things kids are doing, period. So, you know, don't make their sexuality or them wanting to be who they are just another thing they got to worry about not being able to.
Yeah, because you think about how hard it was for us to be ourselves.
Right.
So a child with no experiences, no worldly experiences, no nothing, it's going to be really extremely hard for them. So, yeah.
Okay. So we appreciate y'all tuning in today, and we're going to go ahead and close it out. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and share.
Period. Make sure y'all come back, leave us a comment, and don't miss the next episode because it's going to be dope.
All right. We look forward to seeing you guys.